This is your girl, Ikwe Girl Achiru, coming to you all the way from London, and I'm broadcasting from Talk to Dot. Why are we here today? We've got lots of questions that keep coming in. One of the biggest questions is, can abusive people actually change? I think based on psychology and the rest of it, they can't. They can only pretend to change just because they want to keep you trapped. Or they failed at a relationship where they got found out and they want to go into another relationship. They collect their learnings from the previous relationship and try to make the other one better, which takes the next victim a longer time to suss them out. Now, if you're thinking, oh yeah, you could change them, you are not God Almighty. You cannot change a person. A person has the need to change. Now, these people don't want to change. They're happy the way they are. You might think they're not happy, but they are. Now, I'll give you an example. You're not the first person an abusive person dated. They've had countless amount of relationships. If you find their exes, it will be the same story. Oh, they were controlling. Oh, they were aggressive. They were this and they were that. So it means that they weren't able to change. So if all those girls and all those guys weren't able to change these people, what do you think that you are? I don't know. What do you think you are that you can change them? It's going to be the same old story. One day your story will end as well, and then there'll be a new person. You need to understand, abusive people are really disturbed people. Look at them. Check a profile of abusive people. Maybe you have them as brothers and sisters or friends. They can't stay alone. They're always in another relationship, and their relationships always go very quickly. It's not because they're unique and they're charming and all that, because there's something inside them that is missing, something really deep and twisted. They need to be with people because those people around them, they suck their energy out of them and they survive, they thrive off these people. So you see someone being in a relationship, ended traumatically, a month later, they're in another relationship, a couple of months later, they're in another relationship, they've moved in with someone, next time they meet another person, they've moved with someone else, before you know, they get married. You know, they just keep, you understand? They can't stay alone, literally. They can't stay alone. So can an abusive person change? They can't. Now, the other side of abuse that people don't look at is mental health. So some of these abusive people, it's like they're crazy. Some of them are actually crazy. It's on the spectrum. When you talk about narcissist or narcissistic personality disorder, yeah, someone just does something wrong and you say, that person is a narcissist. No, it's beyond that. Some people are really crazy. Now, are you in a relationship with that person that says things like, you have to check in with me. Why are you not telling me stuff? I need to know where you are. Why they get uneasy when they can't see you, when they don't know what you're doing. When you're with your friends, they need to know everything. They need picture updates. They need video phone calls. You might think they're just being controlling, but that's where it starts. Before you know it, when you put your foot down and say, hang on, I don't like this, and then you get, it goes to the next step. They get a bit aggressive, they get a bit violent. However, every time they get a bit violent or aggressive, if they've not been able to lock you down into a relationship and you say, all right, fine, I can't do this anymore, they will beg. So do you know that person that gets really angry? One hand does horrible stuff, on the other hand is able to give you a very fantastic apology, even breaks down in tears. It's not normal for someone to get angry, hurt your feelings, smash stuff in the house and start crying. Now, if you're not used to stuff like that and you see it and you're trying to understand, oh, maybe he was really broken. No, he's crazy. She is crazy. These are not normal things. This is this is an abusive person to the next level. The perpetrator, next level perpetrator, next level things. The other thing you need to see is look out for people that they have an issue with with females in the environment. Like, look at, some of them have issues with their moms, although some of them are really close to their moms. Their moms will defend anything. But some of them don't like their moms. They think that their mom is the problem of the world. Their mom is the problem for a failed relationship their father has. Their mom is the problem to why their father was not happy. Do you know that person that when there's a story of, oh, that girl gets raped or that girl got beaten up, the first thing they do is to say, well, it's her fault. They always seem to want to blame the females in society for everything. Now, potentially, you're looking at a pattern there. I'm not saying that one guy that speaks like that, he might just be a male chauvinist. I'm saying that you have to pile a lot of things together to come to your conclusion. That person that blames his sisters, that person that talks aggressively to his family, that person that feels like everybody must listen to them. Everybody must listen to them. The world is undermining me. I don't like to be undermined. I don't like people. People just don't like me. People just don't listen. Yeah, I punched him because he said this. Yes, I did that because they did that. You understand? They justify everything. Now, I think you pretty much get the picture of where I'm coming from. So, looking at abuse and mental health, do you know that one person that believes that they see things? I'm not talking about spiritual eye, like, there's some people, but even like it's all the same. You know that person that says they see things, they talk to aliens, they have conversation with people that have died. I mean, I'm talking about celebrities. Like, for instance, someone who believes that up till now they can pick up the phone and speak to Whitney, and they can go into chat room. Do you know that person that joins chat rooms to talk to Michael Jackson that died 1 million years ago? You know what I mean? That died a long time ago. You see, these things are mental health. Don't take it as a joke. Don't take it as, oh, this person is being funny and being intense. You see, all of these things together. Now, they see things, they hear voices, they're extremely controlling, they're extremely edgy, they cry, their temper and their rage is unpredictable over random things. You can't place it. You can't, you're walking on eggshells. Walking on eggshells basically means that you don't know what is right or what is wrong anymore. You don't know what's going to flip them. You have no idea what's going to flip them. So they hear voices, they see things, they seem to have communications with aliens, they seem to live in alternate realities, they seem to time travel. They've taken conspiracy theory to the next level. Now, coupled with that, the rage, you can't explain it. Like a pin drops and they're like, "Whoa!" And you're thinking, okay, it was just a pin that dropped. You understand? And they justify their rage. Like they have so many theories. Like people always look at the after effect. But how about you that started it? You started it, so you deserve to be shouted at. You deserve it, so you decide to be this. All right, you know what? I'm putting a law today. No one leaves the house, or we're not going there anymore. Are you with that person that all of a sudden, from that being, it's like love bombing. Love bombing is when it's too much. They need to know everything you're doing. They need to be in everything you are, everything about your life. They need to be in it. Up to the point where they pick out your makeup, they pick out your suits, they pick out your clothes, then it progresses to who you can talk to or who you can't. You understand that it's gone beyond being controlling or possessive or jealous. Remember, they see things and hear voices. They live in alternate realities. They believe these things. They believe that they can look at their phone and make someone ring it. You understand? They believe that they control the weather. They can... You understand? So if you put all these things together, you're in a relationship with someone who potentially, it's not just a controlling person, it's not just a narcissist, they are crazy. Now, the sad thing about this kind of relationships is that when you decide to make a move like you've had enough, you are in danger. In fact, when you make your way out of the house, when you manage to make your way out of the house, your life is even in more danger than it was when you were in the house. Because in the house, they had you in their control and they were stable. Now, when you've gone, they are now imbalance. Do you know that person that says, my waters are shaking, my center is troubled, I'm uneasy? You understand? You know that person that their eyes just go out of focus, they just get lost in space and then they just snap out of it. Do you know that person that has a theory for every single thing? Now remember, it's a combination of all these things together, or a couple of them together, to help you establish what you're dealing with. Do you know that person that when you got angry and said, you know what, it's over, they knelt down and they begged you, they cried, and in fact they even said they would kill themselves? Do you know that person that says stuff about, I can't predict myself, I can't live without you, oh, everyone has left me to die, my life is over without you, I can't cope, I'm just gonna take everyone unawares, I'm just gonna take everyone unawares, I'm just gonna end it all. Don't take these things as a joke, because to be honest, when it happens, we'll be talking about your matter on Facebook. We'll be trying to analyze how it happened. So I'm saying these things because you've probably seen most and a lot of these things in your relationship, but you probably don't understand it, or you do, and you're hoping that they will change. They're not going to change. Listen, a relationship is not a prison sentence. It's not a jail term. People don't have the right, men and women, to treat other people like this. The longer you stay in it, the more difficult it's going to be for you. You will have so many health complications, you will not be able to understand it. Now, seriously, if you see these things I've spoken about, or if you've heard it in your relationship or in someone's relationship, you need to help them, because honestly, it's not going to end well. If you know that guy that is so quick to say he will end his life, or it's not love, he's not well. And please note, if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or a spouse, let's just call it a spouse or a partner, that is so quick to say they will kill themselves. A person who says that they will kill themselves, they will kill you. Do you understand? If you're with someone who says that they hear voices, I need you to understand that the day the voices say something to them, they will listen to the voice. The day the voice says, right, it's over now, you need to end it all, they will do that. Don't put your life in danger because you feel like you got the superpower to save someone. You can't save a person. Even pastors can't save people. They will preach and they will pray, and it's up to that person to decide to change. Anyone that says a pastor changed their life is lying. No human being can change another person. You can try to influence them. You can try to sow a seed in their lives, but they have to make that ultimate decision to change. Remember, you're not the first person that this person dated. Look for their exes, ask questions, ask their families. You don't know how they react. Now I'm focusing on those ones that have crossed the line of being just abusive people, but they got like mental health problems. They're crazy. Listen, you can't save a person, okay? If a person needs to be saved, they need to decide to be saved themselves. You understand? Now, that's just what I have to say. So, if you have heard or experienced any of these things that I talk about, I've got loads of videos. Check my folder that says exposing domestic abuse. Watch these videos, just put them in the playlist and watch them. If you see a couple of things that I've said and I've talked about going on in your relationship, you need to begin to ask yourself, what am I going to do? And please do it discreetly. Because if you're dealing with one of them crazy people, you don't want to call them out. You want to just play the game like you've been playing for years, but now you're aware. You understand? You're aware. You just act the game and you make your strategy. So you might sit there saying, he's never said he's going to kill himself. He's never said he's going to do this. She's never said she's going to hit me and stuff like that. But that's because you do everything they ask you to do. Even the unthinkable. You just comply. But ask yourself, what sort of life is that? What sort of life is that? So once again, if you're in an abusive relationship, or you know someone who might be in an abusive relationship, seek help. Talk to someone. Talk to Dot. One love, peace, guidance, respect.